We all know that technology is increasing in power and speed exponentially. This graph shows that exponential growth in technology. What makes this graph interesting, though, is when you lay on top of it, over that same 40 years, human productivity. Notice it remains depressingly stagnant. This gap here between what technology can do and what we currently do, that gap is our potential. But why does it exist? Because at best, we train people to be consumers of technology instead of creators. We still live by the same hierarchy where there's a couple of problem solvers. They figure out what needs to happen and then they tell everyone else what to do. But the problem is consumers do not change trajectories. And we need trajectories to change. And that's why at Republic, we are teaching our students to create. We're doing that because we teach every one of our students to code as a core academic subject. Mark Andreessen famously said, software is eating the world. What he means by that is that computer science is not some industry over in the corner over here. But instead, computer science now has a seat at every table, in every business, in every industry around the country. The United States Department of Labor anticipates that from now until the year 2020, there's going to be 500,000 computer science degrees awarded. And yet there's going to be 1.5 million computer science jobs created. That gap, that's 1 million unfilled jobs. And I can guarantee you that there's going to be a lot more than 1 million college graduates looking for jobs. When we fail to connect those graduates with those jobs, that's on us. But it's more than just jobs. Understanding computer programming is understanding how to teach a computer to do something. And we need our students to have this framework of how the world around them works. Even more importantly, it's predicted that over the next 10 years, thanks to advancements in software, that Africa will be able to feed itself for the first time in modern history. It could be our students that create that solution. For the first time in history, people in India are able to pull themselves out of poverty by obtaining small business loans through programs created from people just like our students. Once again, that might be our students. And we certainly have seen that technology empowers people to collectively hold corrupt governments accountable. So where are we at right now? 0 African Americans, women, Hispanic, or Latino in Mississippi took AP Computer Science last year. Only 13 African Americans in the state of Tennessee took AP Computer Science and only 54 women. Only 5% of schools in the entire country offer AP Computer Science. Only 2 schools here in Davidson County do. That leads to only 18% of computer science degrees being awarded to women and only 10% being awarded to African Americans. Republic schools will change that. As a part of our mission of teaching every child to code, every one of our high schoolers will take AP Computer Science by the end of 10th grade. That means in 2 years from now, we will be single-handedly responsible for an 800% increase in the number of African Americans who take AP Computer Science. This graph shows the total number of African Americans and women in Tennessee who are projected to take AP Computer Science in 2017. The red is the number of those students that are Republic students. Knowing that this is a huge problem, who's trying to fix it? Well, Code.org, they're major players. They advocate. That's what they do. They have some modules on their website, but it's not comprehensive. There are some comprehensive sites. CodeHS is awesome. It's got great modules, great lessons, great support. And if your school has $480,000 a year to spend on coding education, we highly recommend them. But we also recognize that it's obviously not a sustainable solution for most schools. There are other modules out there that are free, good material. And if you have a fifth grader who's incredibly self-motivated, already passionate and determined to learn computer science, has a computer at home, has internet at home, has a quiet place to study, those programs might work for that kid. For the other 99% of middle schoolers, their success in computer science is going to be dependent on us as schools and our most valuable asset, our teachers. So we started by creating computersciencelessons.com. It's a website where we committed to putting all of our materials published online for free for any teacher. Because we know the key to success here is making sure that teachers are empowered to be successful. We created lessons. We created quizzes. We made videos of our teachers teaching those lessons. We added all of the extra activities and packets for every single day to make sure that any teacher across the world that gets to our website is set up for success. And we've seen that success happen. We've certainly seen it with our teachers, but we've also seen it with other schools around MMPS and around the world. We believe that by making our curriculum open source and available to the world, we are helping change the trajectory of students becoming creators instead of consumers. We've also seen a lot of success in our classroom from our students. I'm going to hand it off to Michael Bergman, who's going to talk about that.